Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video. Straight on with this Audi TT. It's pretty much there now, so we need to get it done and get it wrapped up. Let's spin the camera around and show you these wheels. So a lot of people in the last video said don't have them done silver, it's a black edition. Guys, it is a 2012 car. It's not going to affect the value of it, and I think these are going to give it a real fresh look, and it is going to look fantastic. Chris is going to crack straight on, get the rest of the bodywork done on it. We're going to get these wheels fitted and then get this car up the body shop and have a bit of paint work done on it. It's been sitting around for quite a while, so it'd be nice to see it wrapped up and done. Let's crack straight on with it. Straight in with that work on the bonnet, knocking back all of that paint, and it is later on Chris mentions, you can see there how many layers of paint there is. So these are little 6mm dent studs, and you can see he cleans it up, welds them on, then you screw on the cap and use the little dent puller there. You can keep pulling the trigger, just persuading those dents to get out, getting rid of as much of it as you possibly can, and then of course it's the less amount of filler is going to go in there just to get rid of the imperfections. So while Chris is cracking on now, I've just opened this, just arrived. I actually got it on eBay and it was really cheap. And as you can see, it's the correct grille for the car, but it's actually all gloss black badge. Got the Quattro badge in it, very, very nice. The guy listed it, reasonable price, and said because it's got these holes in it where it's had number plates fitted at different times. But of course, the whole number plate completely covers those, doesn't it? I mean, it's not even worth sealing them up. It's not going to go rotten, is it? It's plastic. So there's the new grille for it. Absolutely perfect. And I think that's going to bring it up as well, because the other one's not gloss black. It's just normal black. Yes, guys, we've not got a 2 Series here. I've still got that 2 Series bumper I bought, and it was the incorrect one. Anyway, let's carry on and get this one back together. Get Chris to finish the bodywork and then get those wheels on. So already primed, guys. You've seen us prime plenty of times. Chris has guide coated that up, ready to actually hit with the sandpaper and completely flat that off. So dry sand in here, getting rid of any low or high spots, all of the imperfections, getting it completely ready to lay down that nice new paint. And then you'll never tell that it's been painted due to the preparation. And check that out, guys, all of the bodywork is now done. You done well to save that bonnet, mate.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky, that one. Have we shown it yet? I can't remember. But fits the bumper quite nice.
Fits the bumper lovely.
Yeah.
And
that headlight's not quite
no, I know that, yeah.
It fits the bonnet quite nice there. So neither's the bumper.
And of course that dent in the door there all repaired as well. So quite a lot of paint work's going to be front bumper, rear bumper, right down this side and the bonnet. But you notice when you knock this bonnet back, it has actually been painted several times.
Probably can be seen on the time lapse, the layers.
How many times did you count though? You said 3 or 4 times, yeah.
3 or 4 base coat. I mean, that could be it's a previous
stone chips
or someone's painted it and then the colour match was off and they've had to block it, you know, flatten it down, redo it. Sometimes happens. Not necessarily it's been damaged 4 times.
No,
it's just been painted 4 times.
So before it goes up the paint shop now, of course we got to put these wheels on it. We are going to see what those silver wheels look like on this side, because it's not been flatted off. It is lovely. So let's get the wheels back on it and get it down off the new ramp, and we'll actually have a look at it. So down off of the new lift, and we still haven't ironed out exactly what setting we want the lift on when it brings the car down. You go too fast, it's going to crash down. You go too slow, it takes ages. But you can see here, Chris got bored of waiting and actually stood on it, thinking he was going to make a difference and get it to come down faster. But we got it down in the end, and it's ready to bring outside. I'm not going to lie, I think that was the right choice. That looks very, very vibrant and bright, and I think they really do suit the car, especially when it's back together. Bought ourselves a set of $9.99 centre caps off of eBay. Nice new ones, fresh. They look so much better. Chris just popping them in. But now let me know in the comments what you think of the wheels. Some people really did get offended in that last video, to the point where one guy actually said, "You're an idiot, you've ruined that car, it's a black edition, it should have black wheels." Well, I got an answer to him. They wasn't black, they was grey. And we've had them done from grey to silver. And I said, the car just looked too grey, didn't it? The grey wheels, the grey car, it was just too much. And I think they're definitely a winner.
Audi's a black edition, isn't it? All got all the black trim, but it hasn't got black wheels, it's got silver wheels.
That's right.
A6,
yeah.
So, and I think they're factory. So.
2012 car. I don't think it's going to affect the value if it's got the wrong colour wheels, but I think they look lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice new centre caps, wheels all refurbished, and every bit of damage all done. I think, mate, we give this a little rinse off, get a nice thumbnail of it, yes, and get it up the paint shop, and let Jason work his magic on it.
That's it.
Let's do it. So it's back from paint, guys, and it come out beautiful. Jason done a lovely job on this one. Moving straight on to that bit of damage that was in that quarter panel that Chris repaired. I mean, let's include a picture now of what that looked like. And I think you'd agree, you're never ever gonna tell. So of course as well, it was painted right down the whole driver's side, and had a little dent in the door there. That's been done. Front wing, of course, that's been painted as well. And that bonnet Chris saved is unbelievable. I'm not going to touch it because there is a bit of dust on there, but overall this little car, it just looks perfect now. It is time to start building it up. Now this headlight, I managed to put lugs on it, but right up in this far corner there is a little tiny crack in the back of the plastic. So of course we have been waiting a while till he got one in, but we knew he'd get one in the end. Eddie has hooked us up with a new headlight. So I think we've pretty much got every part to get this car back together now. I remember Chris saying the bumper has to go on before the light goes in, obviously because of these guides here. So we've got a new clip for the bumper there, where that clips to the quarter panel. Got a new front grille. I think we've got everything to actually complete this car. So I'm just going to crack straight on with it, guys, and get this one knocked out and get it put back together. I think we'll start on that back bumper, find all the parking sensors, rear diffuser, etc, etc. But look at those wheels. I keep looking at them, they do look fantastic. Let's get on with it. So this is actually the calm before the storm, and I don't mean there's a storm coming, guys, but look at those trees and then you'll see what happens after this bit of time lapse. So fitting those front fog lights, fitting the fog light bezels, and I had to take that off there. You see I made a mistake, there's an insert that goes in there first. Put the insert in, that slots in, then the fog light bezel clips over the top of it and over the fog light. So the nice new grille going in there, number plate on, and jobs are good un. I know I actually turned it around and started on the front there, guys. We are expecting a bit of rain, and I thought I'm going to crack on and get the most of the work done at first. So I knew that Air Conrad air condenser, you can see the state of it. It's got half of its fins missing, and for the price of a brand new one, we just ordered one in, so I need to swap that out. Need to get that right the next morning. Sometimes, like we say, you got to know when to hold and know when to fold, and I can't believe that happened. I put everything away. I've been home, I've slept on it, and today's another day. So I've ruined the bumper. Let's go to the workshop and see how bad it is. So I'm not going to laugh about it, but I'm certainly not going to cry about it. So it's just that little tiny bit of the grille there. That scratch, believe it or not, was already in there, but we've got these little chips here. And then, of course, we've got that there and that there, guys. Can you see there? And just there. I know you're probably going to say, it's really not that bad, Rob, when you stand away. It is just a little chip, but you can see how white it is, guys. It's just not going to be good enough, is it? So he has said to me, Rob, just fit it on the car, finish what you're doing, bring it up, If I need to take it off the car, I'll take it off the car. But for the moment, just bring it up like that. Don't panic about it. We get it rectified. So yeah, there it is. Let's actually continue on with this car. Chris is back today. Yeah, let's just crack on. So quite difficult this. I thought I was going to get away with a few bolts and that was going to come out very easy, but in the bottom left hand corner there, the pipes actually bend right round the corner and it's going to be impossible to do. I need to remove this complete front panel just to get that AC condenser out. So it was wishful thinking. I finally got that condenser swapped out and I thought, yeah, I'm just going to be able to undo a few bolts on the front. It did not work out like that because of this angled piece. Goes right round underneath that black cover, as you can see there. So it was a bit of a nightmare. I had to take the whole front panel off. But look who we got in the background. Fresh back from his jollies down in Cornwall. And I thought, how funny is that? Because the video that went out, you was away over the weekend.
Yes.
Actually included your crab sandwich at Cornwall. And you was back down there.
That was from a previous weekend.
It was from a previous weekend, wasn't it? But did you enjoy it, mate?
Yeah, it was nice. Caught up with our friends that live down there, so
very nice.
That was the main reason to go down for the weekend, to be honest, because we missed them last time they was away.
Oh,
so,
good stuff.
Yeah, good.
As long as you enjoyed it.
Yeah, very good.
So far so good. Going to fit the new bumper bar on this. We've got the new headlight. We're going to get the ballast swapped over and then we're going to crack on and get this one built back up, mate, and finally back on the road. But had a bit of a stall on the back bumper, so we'll have to pick up on that later. But let's continue getting this front end completely put back together. Didn't bother time-lapsing that, but I just got stuck in. That's all the front panel back on, all the bolts are back in, all back on their original marks. New front bumper bar, new horns, got the old ones down there on the floor. I've just got the new headlight out, so I need to swap over obviously the bulbs out of this one to this one, and of course all the ballasts there, the xenon ballast, that's got to be all swapped over as well. And then we'll get that light fitted and then piece this one back together with the front bumper, etc. Also some wiring damage down here. You can see the plug's actually okay, but those wires are all chewed up, so probably a nice little job there for the solder sticks. I think that is fog light, isn't it? So yeah, nice little job there to do with the solder stick, but I'm going to carry on again. I'm probably not going to film it, we're cutting after, because I'm just going to be swapping over all the internals out of that headlight. So let's get on and get that done. It's actually cut this off of the car and brought it into the workshop, and it's about being on your knees. It's quite low down. He said I can do most of it on the bench, i.e. join the new wires onto it, and then that will be just 2 solder sticks outside. So we are using these solder sticks again today. Huge thank you to Solder Stick for sending these out to us, guys. If you haven't got these in your toolbox, you don't know what you're missing, because they are brilliant and they save a lot of work. These was actually meant to save you doing all the soldering so that I could do it, but you're getting stuck in there, mate. So we'll actually show you how easy they are to use, and then you'll see it for yourself. But right on the end of them, you've got these little weather strips, so they keep out all the moisture. They shrink back as well. Then you've got your lump of solder in the middle, and you just heat it with a... Oh, he's going to do it now. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm zoomed right. They're brilliant, aren't they? Absolutely fantastic. So we'll let Chris do the other side, and then we'll get this put on the car, tape it up nice and black, and you'll never know that it's been fixed. So we're not colour matched, but these are the best same thickness wires we could find. I can see it going, mate. They're brilliant, aren't they? Yeah. Huge thank you again, Solder Stick, guys. I did reach out to them when they sent us these, and they've given us a discount code, so there's a link for that in the description. You need these in your toolbox. Yeah, that's perfect, mate. It doesn't look like nothing's ever happened. Right, what's next?
Get that damaged bumper on, I suppose, and plug it in.
Yeah, cheers for that. Right, let's get it on. Not taking any chances here, guys. I've got Chris to help me out with the front bumper. Down with the bonnet just once as the first time for everything. We both stepped back, looked at the gaps, and they was bang on. The bonnet hasn't been moved, has it? So we was happy. So 2 little 10 mils under the wheel arches there, and then a few bolts, 2 each side on the wheel arch liners, holding them to the bumper. And then you've got 3 across the front there that I'll lay down and put in. And that's all of the front end completely back together. Oh guys, that's come out lovely. I can't believe I dropped that front bumper. How clumsy, because really it's just set us back a little bit, but we are going to try and nip this one up in this video. And actually, I'll just have to get that done off camera. So of course you're going to see it once it's completely done, but such a shame. I'm now going to move on and just fit up that back splitter and wire in the back bumper, back lights, and then hopefully we can get this one out for an MOT, some aircon gas, and hopefully get it all completely finished in this video. Let's get straight on with it. A minor delay, the setback, guys, is the splitter has not arrived for that rear bumper, and our original one's no good. The one that come off of it's no good because it's twin exhaust, so we're just waiting for the correct one to turn up. But we are gonna, nothing's gonna stop us now from finishing this one off. If that doesn't arrive today, it's not gonna stop us getting it MOT'd and finish putting this one back together and getting all the other little jobs done. So Chris is straight on with it, bumper off, wiring's all going through, all the bungs are going back in. Let's get it put back together. So onto the back end, Chris working on the driver's side there. I move over to the driver's side, fit that new bracket, and then he's fitting up everything inside that we removed to get underneath to get that dent out. Chris makes a start on the driver's side rear light, cleaning that up, and I'll move straight on to the passenger light, get that fitted, get the bumper all fitted up, all the wiring in there, all the parking sensors, get that clip back on, and I think we're pretty much there with it. So I think you'd all agree, guys, it come out cracking. Yes, the diffuser hasn't turned up, but we can't let that slow us down. We want to get this car finished, and today we are wrapping this video up. Whether that turns up or not, we know it's got to go back to the paint shop because Chris dropped the front bumper. No, but we know it's got to go back to the paint shop, but that's not going to stop us getting this finished. We've just had to go and get a couple of gallons of diesel because it is bone dry, it's on 0. We're going to chuck some diesel in it. I've got it booked in for an MOT in 30 minutes, so I think we'll have to go head for MOT first, then we go to A2 tyres, have the aircon regassed, etc, etc. Let's get this finished. Rich is not here today, we've got little Lewis on it. Car went straight for an MOT, no problems. Aircon's just been gassed up, that's all holding lovely, blowing ice cold. So one thing we did have to have done when we got here, now it passed the MOT, but he did say to me that the outside tread on the on the driver's side front tyre it was slightly misshapen, so we've had a pair of brand new front tyres put on it. We're here, we want it to be right, don't we? So 2 nice new tyres, and then onto the tracking, you can see it's all over the place. So we're going to let young Lewis get on with it. He was trained up by Rich, so I'm sure he's going to be absolutely perfect. We'll let him get that all right and then head back to the yard. Now normally, as a rule, we would go and get this cleaned straight after. Like I said, we're wrapping this video up. It is now time to crunch the numbers, but I'm not going to get it clean, guys. I'm going to wait till that diffuser turns up. I'm going to fit that, get it balloted, and then I'm going to put it on Instagram for sale. There's a little bit of a sneak peek here of a new build you can all see we've been trying to hide. Let's go inside and crunch the numbers. There's always a first time for everything, guys, and that is the first time we're actually crunching the numbers, ending the video, and completely finishing it without the car actually being 100%. There is still some little tiny bits. Sorry guys, that's gonna annoy me. The tripod was wonky. There's still some little tiny bits to do, but I'll get them done and then you'll see that pop up on Instagram at some point next week for sale. So the car, £2,000. It was my friend's daughter's and the insurance paid out £7,800 for the car. And of course they bought it back for us. Bumper reinforcer, £60. Rear bumper, of course we got from Eddie and he hasn't charged us for it. Rear light was £100 off of eBay. Headlight, again, I got that off of Eddie and I haven't squared him up for it yet, but we do sort of just at Christmas have a deal with him, so we've got that down as free. The grill, the front grill, I got off of eBay, £65, and the condenser was £57.22. Very strange price, but it was brand new. I got it off of eBay. Suspension arm, £71. I fitted that in the first video. Bumper brackets, it's combined for both of them, £57. Headlight repair kit, £38. Aircon regas, £50. Bonnet pull handle, that was broken, wasn't it? And apparently it's very common. £8.70 off of eBay. Wheel refurb, standard silver, £200. Paint and materials, what Chris used whilst carrying out those repairs, was £80. The paint shop, he did really look after us, £550. He painted front and back bumper and down the side of the car for us. MOT was £45, tracking was £40, diffuser was £100, 79p. Again, a little bit strange. Fuel, 20 quid we've got down, but I think it was just under that. I filled 2 jerry cans up. Tyres, £140 for the pair. And the caps that go in the middle of the wheels were £7.49. We got a total of £3,690. I've just looked for eBay. The nearest I could find is same year, same car, same everything, but it's done 160. Ours has done 130, and it was on there for 6,995. It is a clear car. There's no crash markers on it, and that was completely clear. R1 is a category S. We are going to ask £5,000 for that car. It's the cheapest one in the world for sale, and that is going to give us a pre-tax profit of £1,309.80p, or if you want to round it up, 1,310. Not the biggest profit in the world, but it's done, guys, isn't it? And we're selling it at a reasonable price, leaving enough in, as usual, for the next man. So if you are interested in that car, look out for it. It's going to pop up on Instagram at some point next week. Don't forget, when you reach out on Instagram, whether you're reaching out to sell us a car, or you're interested in one of the cars that we're selling, please always include your telephone number. I bet a lot of you even said include your telephone number before I even said it then. I still get lots and lots of messages every week from people, and they just don't include their phone number. And the reason I have to reiterate and say it in every video is somebody actually keeps putting a comment on each post on Instagram. You'll see it for yourself on there saying, I've messaged you and I've had no reply. And the answer is, I've put to him on those replies is, you won't get a reply. Include your telephone number. You can also follow Chris on his Instagram at Salvage Rebuilds Chris. That's a personal one where he goes on holiday, car shows, etc, etc. And of course, Twitter and TikTok is Salvage Rebuilds UK. As usual, if you did enjoy this video, guys, hit that thumbs up. We really do appreciate it, and of course, it shows your appreciation. Like, subscribe, share on all your social networking sites, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.